He was very quick to get ready for his walk-on. Waited one moment and you'll see how quick he is on the hockey. I've seen this kid play. He won the 2014 Zuidendijk Masters in the youth. From England, Callan Rydz! Don't you worry now. And his opponent, also a young man. He comes from Germany. Picked up his tour card at Q School this year. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Wall, Martin Schindler!
Well, it's a Euro Tour debut for Callan Rydz, a young man from Newcastle. He's only a teenager. He's in danger of being thrown out of the tournament for wearing football colours. I'm not really sure that's allowed at a PDC event, but he's set it off with a giant bloody skull across the back of it. Good look, strong look. And so is Martin Schindler, the Wall, a German from Strasbourg, just near Berlin. Picked up his tour card at the start of the year, came through Q School, played some fantastic stuff, did little Martin Schindler. Eine kleine Dartspieler. Can he produce some this weekend? We have seen him on the European Tour twice this year. Both times he's gone out in the very first round. I'm Dan Dawson. Rob Malarkey sat alongside me to see if Schindler can make it third time lucky and win a game on the Euro Tour this year.
Yeah, well, he has got an abundance of European pedigree compared to the debutant Callan Rydz. He has won matches on the European Tour before. He made the second round in both the European Darts Trophy and the European Darts Grand Prix at the end of last year. Lost to Kim Heibrich 6-0 in Sindelfingen in 2016. And as you say, a couple of first-round appearances this year as well. One at the hands of Paul Nicholson, 6-1, and the other against Diogo Portela in Hildesheim in the German Darts Championship. So that'll be Schindler's first objective here, just to rediscover the winning habit. But he's up against an unknown quantity in Callan Rydz, an unknown quantity as far as Schindler is concerned. We know a little bit about him. He's been obviously catching the eye at youth level, as he's made his way to this particular stage of his career. First European Tour event ticked off for him. And he's guaranteed 68. The biggest prize check of his career as well, I imagine, as well.
Callan Rydz has played big stage darts before. He played at the World Masters.
85.
But he didn't get that far. World Masters last year. First time we've seen him on a big PDC 54. Stage. See how he handles the atmosphere and the huge crowds.
And he has made a couple of recent-ish semi-final appearances 54. In the development tour as well. They were towards the end of last year. He beat the likes of Dimitri Vandenberg, Ryan Meikle in one campaign, Mike de Decker and Dirk van Dijvenbode in another.
126.
So if he can beat players of that calibre, then he has every reason to believe he can advance here. But Schindler, on his day, is a very, very capable player at this
58.
Level too.
Winner of this faces Benito van der Pas. Certainly a player who's benefited from his experience on the development tour.
We have a discretion in the score.
71.
Should leave him 105.
120.
120 for Schindler. Lovely dart. Just wants to make sure he doesn't catch the flights and follow it in. Nice and high.
100.
Very nearly squeezing it into the top right corner of the bed. Rydz does require 105. Starting on the ball, accidentally hits the 17, needs a treble 16, doesn't get it.
45.
So Schindler double 10 for a hold of throw 20. And a 1-0 lead.
Yeah. To the first leg, Martin Schindler. Second leg, Callan to throw first. Game on.
Well, as a result of Martin Schindler picking up his tour card 100. At the start of the year, we've seen him have a crack at the UK Open qualifiers and the Players' Championship event as well. He's still putting in the hours on the development tour as well. He made a semi-final on the development tour in February.
60.
Lost to Kenny Nyans in that one. Has reached another quarter-final as well. Made his European Tour debut in Dusseldorf in 2014 57. When, aged 17, he lost to Barney. What a baptism of fire that was for him. Lost 6-3, managed to take 3 legs off the great man.
Yeah, he played well there.
60.
That was back when Martin Schindler would turn up to these Euro Tour events, try and qualify on the Thursday night, and if he didn't, then he'd spend the weekend working on the doors as a steward.
43.
Good nickname that for a steward if you're working on the door. The Wall.
The Wall.
He wasn't called the Wall back then, unfortunately.
He was just called the Door.
Well.
140.
Doesn't hang around, Rydz. He's not quite as quick as Paul Nicholson led me to believe. We see Ricky Evans type pace from Rydz. He's not quite that quick, but he's rapid.
45.
Rydz is actually from Bedlington, which is Chris Dobie territory as well, I believe.
Thank you.
There's one or two errant calls from the crowd as well. George Noble calling order.
And you require 161.
Well, that's twice that Callan Rydz has just had to bide his time because of factors beyond his control.
137.
Good visit, though. Closing in on a first leg on the European Tour circuit.
And given a helping hand here from Martin Schindler with 20 scored so
40.
far.
Callan, you require 24.
Well, okay, Schindler is down to a finish, but I suspect it's too little too late. Double six then for Rydz for his first leg.
18.
Not to be.
Martin, you require 156.
Well, this would really, really hurt Rydz if Schindler were to take this out.
It's a big one, but it's a good one. 2 treble 20s for double 18.
There's one.
Oh, it's perfect.
This will really, really hurt Callan Rydz.
138.
Well,
Callan, you require 6.
it's a reprieve, but a reprieve only in the terms of Rydz still has to finish the job here, and double 3 can be awkward for many players. He's not got much room to work with here now.
No score. Martin, you require 18.
And all of a sudden, that last visit of Martin Schindler is now looking very, very significant indeed. Double 9 he wants for a 2-0 lead. That was the danger. So double 4 instead.
14.
Well, Rydz gets another
You
bite.
require 6.
3 darts missed for a 2-0 lead for Schindler. Rydz finally takes
Callan
out
Rydz.
the double 3.
Martin to throw first.
Not the prettiest way to win your first leg on the European Tour, but he's got one.
He won't care one jot about that. He is off the mark. Ooh.
Oh, run.
Run and get that one.
190.
First maximum of the match.
84.
Both of these guys coming through qualifying, but different qualifying routes they took. Callan Rydz playing in the UK Open, or the UK qualifiers rather.
Callan Rydz, yeah, beat Simon Stevenson 6-2. That was a really eye-catching result because Stevenson last year had some very, very notable wins.
Well, Stevenson had just smashed up Josh Payne, who was one of the seeded players of the qualifying, 6-1. So presumably he was playing well that night. But Rydz not only beat him, but Terry Temple as well, the Terminator. While Schindler,
57.
a lot of the tournaments, the majority of Euro Tours, they're held in Germany, so Schindler will play in the host nation qualifiers. But with this, of course... Oh, look at that. Now, that was quick, Callan Rydz.
Yeah, Schindler found himself in relatively unfamiliar territory of taking part in the South and West European qualifiers. It was held in Sindelfingen prior to the European Tour event there last week on the Thursday night before play started. And he came through
99. Martin require
along with the likes of
104.
René Idams and Dimitri van den Berg and Mike de Decker all on stage later. Let's see if Schindler can do any damage here. No, he can't. So Rydz will have a chance to break it.
84. Callan, you require 90.
So, starting on the 20s, as you start the ball. Well, he's gone ball now. He wants to go 15 for ball, but that dart is blocking a lot of the bullseye. But he's hit the treble anyway, so it doesn't matter.
70.
Misses outside on double
Martin, you
10.
require 20. And
Schindler does not miss. That is 2-1 to the German. 3 holes of throw, but just a little chance there for Rydz to go into the lead and get the break.
Yeah,
he's settling down in this one now.
He'll be encouraged by that, the fact that he had an opportunity at least, and the fact that he's still very much in contention after 3 legs of this one.
Well, look, his first 180 in that last leg. He gave himself a chance of breaking. He seems a bit more at ease, but Martin Schindler's second 180.
Put your phone down, man. He's just scored a 180. Goodness me.
He'll be texting his mates. I've just seen the wall hit a 180 at the Gibraltar Darts Trophy. It's a Kodak moment.
That wasn't.
65.
Ooh.
Martin Schindler, 4 perfect darts. Make that 5. Can he fill it up once again?
140.
Oh, well, he can't, but he's still in a very good position here now on the Rydz throw in this 4th leg.
Could you imagine? That would have been... I'd be on my phone.
77.
Martin Schindler, 9-darter.
This is the home of 9-darters on the European Tour,
is.
of course, Dan. So let's not be too surprised if the opportunities come along this weekend. He might be in the money, won't want a 180 here, of course, but we'll just look to set this up as best he can.
46 left after 9. World-class stuff from Martin Schindler.
Yeah, just an illustration here of what Rydz is up against. That's 2 treble 7s.
61.
And a 19.
Martin, you require 46.
So, double 16 then for a 3-1 lead.
A shot to the full
And
flag.
just 1 or 2 signs here that Schindler is
The flag, Martin to throw
just beginning to
pass.
start
Game
ticking
on.
over here, and Rydz at the back of the stage just looks a little bit disconsolate at what happened there. He just never really got going in that leg, and Schindler was allowed to run away with that one with some brilliant darts. 5
96.
perfect darts in that leg from the German.
Well, just when Rydz looked to be settling down and ready to go toe-to-toe with Schindler,
60.
Schindler bangs in the 11-darter. And all right, Schindler's not been up on the big Euro Tour stages
44.
that much, or indeed any big stages in World Darts that much, but he does have a little bit more experience than Rydz.
93.
His record on the development tour is a little bit better. He's just a bit further on in his development as a player.
84.
And that's telling at the moment, but it's still early stages here. And look at this. Ah, Rydz, the second one. Once he gets that first one in there, and he's got his range.
The quick fire pattern develops, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like watching the old Gary Anderson, who just seemed to, once the first one was there,
100.
he just knew the rest were following. It just, the action speeds up.
Yeah, there we go.
190.
Perfect illustration once more from Callan Rydz, and he's in good shape in this 5th leg to break back once again.
You get the feeling with a player like that who can just follow a dart. If he
93.
does
Alan, you
start
recall
getting his
49.
first dart where he wants it, he could do some very special things in this game. Tops he wants. And there it is, 15-dart leg and a break straight back for Callan Rydz.
Yeah, lots to admire about Rydz there, the way he won that leg. He could have easily started to panic after going 3-1 down, but he just reasserted himself and just wrestled things back with a degree of control, and there was lots to like about that way he went about his business there. But as you say, if he can find that first dart and then produce the backup stuff that he has been producing in that last leg, then Schindler might have something to think about once again here.
60.
Well, normally we talk about, you know, the rhythm. We talked about it with Joe Cullen last week about one of the things that
43.
Cullen has done in his game is make sure that he gives every dart the same care and attention. He has a real nice rhythm to his visits to the board. Every dart gets the same amount of time. It's metronomic.
97.
But with Rydz, very, very different. Rydz, once he puts the first one in,
Вирусная угроза была.
I'm surprised to see that he didn't just rat-a-tat-tat with the next 2 there. You can see he just took a moment to readdress after the second one flew a bit high. Oh, it's unfortunate. Well, an honorary 180 for Martin Schindler there, but unfortunately, honorary doesn't get you any points. 60 on the floor for the wall.
First dart again from Rydz is off target, but the second is there, and again he slowed down, didn't he? There wasn't that follow-up.
Well, look, I'm not going to criticise somebody for taking extra time and aiming. I think you must just get a feeling, Callan Rydz, to go, I've got this, and just follows it.
Going for his shots. Certainly doing that here as well.
Oh,
beautiful stuff, double 16.
127. Martin, you've got 84.
Very nearly something special from Callan Rydz, but this is not a gimme. It's easier now. Double 12, 2 darts in hand for a 4-2 lead and a third consecutive break of throw. Schindler pins it. Good stuff. They're the kinds of finishers that will win you games. 84 checkout in 2 darts.
Black Martin to throw first. Game on.
That one missed dart for a massive 143 checkout. That could prove to be the difference.
Yeah.
In this one. Certainly the difference between 4-2 and 3 apiece.
57.
More accomplished on the double so far. 4 from 8 for Schindler, 2 from 11 for Callan Rydz, as you can see there.
134.
There's been lots to like about his approach play, but Rydz is up against it once more here. Schindler looks to have calmed down once again, although that will
40.
Not do his nerves any good at all.
You see, not a golf in those numbers.
There we are.
135.
That was one where he's thrown it very quickly and he's gone massively off target with it.
But he's more than stolen the darts here on the Schindler throw, so another good
60.
opportunity here for Rydz to get back into contention, trailing as he does 4-2. Yeah.
90.
Well, take out the 143. Can he take out the 142? Not going to be under any pressure.
97.
Callan Rydz looking very good to make it 4 consecutive breaks of throw. I love this. I love this route. Double top. Oh.
107.
Wow. 2 perfect darts. And the last one, let us never mention it again.
57.
Yeah, again, that was a time when he really could have just taken an extra moment. But anyway, he's in good shape here. 35, so double 16 to trim it back to 4-3. And he's got time on his side here as well with Schindler on 190, but he takes it out there and then, and the deficit is 1 once more. Good match, this.
Well, very little in it. Callan Rydz a hold of throw. We've got a level game. Loads of room. Loads of room. There you go. And a bounce in the step of Callan Rydz now. 3 180s.
This time it's Callan Rydz's turn to
57.
Enjoy the momentum swing.
Just
as well, he had the big score to start things off. Although Schindler isn't really making any significant inroads here anyway, so...
Well, Rydz's average has now surpassed that of Schindler, although this would probably drag it down.
31.
It will, but he's got 153 points in terms of a lead in this leg as he looks to level things up for the first time since the end of leg 2.
Yeah, there was a gap though of about 8 or 9 in the averages not that long ago.
140.
As you say, Dan, it's all of a sudden turned around. Let's just ask 1 or 2 questions here of Callan Rydz. I think that's found its way into the treble bed, but that's on the floor.
Yeah, mate. Number of darts we've had falling out the board today. Inexplicable.
And look what it means as well.
They're playing on a circular slab of granite.
60.
Вирусная угроза была обнаружена.
74 left for Callan Rydz. But Schindler can apply some pressure here. Stay straight. He does do. Ton leaves a 2-darter.
Okay. So, Rydz, what have you got? Tops then for 4-4.
54.
Door is open here for Schindler once again. This looked to be Callan Rydz's leg from the word go when he fired in that 180, but it's not to be necessarily. Schindler here.
Surely it's tops in this position. Well, he did, but he didn't
60,
really go all out
20.
for it, did he? And so Rydz gets more darts for this leg for a level game. Double five, can't afford to miss inside. Got to go. Doesn't go. Problems for Rydz. Schindler tops he wants for a 5-3 lead and potentially to break the Rydz resistance.
And there it is, Martin Schindler, one leg away, and Rydz
Knife leg Martin to throw
hits the skids once again here.
Game on.
Dare I mention that Dyson Parodi is on stage next, by the way. There you go, I just have. Wow. Magnus Carris, his opponent, the second Gibraltarian we'll see today. Second of 5.
Contrasting stage presences, those two.
The serene approach of Magnus Carris against the crowd surfing Dyson Parodi.
Terrifying prospect.
What will we see today? What will we see here? Schindler, one leg away,
100.
but with work to do in this leg. Rydz already in a fairly good position.
100.
And has stolen the darts more than here.
Well, he keeps finding himself a couple of legs behind, and Rydz keeps doing enough to claw it back. But then, unfortunately,
he's running out of legs.
Yeah, he's just not able to put a couple of legs together. And that means that Schindler,
58.
having gone 3-1 up, has always maintained a lead of some sort, be it 1 or 2 legs.
85.
It's a game which looks as if Schindler's been in control of it, but he's never really had complete control over it. You get the feeling if one of these guys could
140.
just find another level in the dying stages here, that will be it.
134. Calendar requires 68.
But that puts some pressure on this 68. Only going to get 1 dart. It's a double top. And Rydz doesn't pin it. 94 for the match for Schindler to condemn Callum Rydz to a 6-3 defeat on his debut on the European Tour, and for Schindler to claim his first win on the Euro Tour in 2017. 19 for Bull. Oh, he has missed the big number. Well, well, well.
62 away here, so he'll just look to a tries for treble 10 for double 16, but he might not get the opportunity to return. Simply no margin for error here for Callum Rydz. That's further away. That's bang on the money. And Schindler is punished to devastating effect there.
10 flag, Callan to throw first. Game on.
Punished for not hitting the big number.
Yeah, well, he's not survived a match start yet, Callum Rydz, but he did survive that visit. Schindler needing 94. Should have given himself a dart at the bullseye for the match. Unable to take it. But once again, Callum Rydz
95.
only gone off 60 at the start of this leg, and Schindler already got his nose in front. Can Rydz take us all the way to a deciding leg? We've seen deciding leg victories today for Darren Webster and Johnny Clayton. First 3 legs of this game were all hold to throw. Since then, it has been break 59. After break after break. It's been that kind of game where you're never quite sure who's on top.
140.
Yeah. Looks like one guy's moving into the ascendancy and then he just fades.
Yeah, and often it's breaks of throw that prove decisive, but a hold of throw here could prove decisive if it goes to a final leg.
140.
Matching each other pretty much dart for dart in this one. 204 plays 207. Kind of finish. Can Rydz lead?
85.
Oh, the agony for Callum Rydz. He saw it there in his body language as he stooped after that final dart. Schindler looking to make an impression here.
140.
And doing precisely that.
119.
21 off, 98 remaining.
95.
Well, Schindler, This time,
Martin, you require 67.
surely we'll get at least a match dart. Treble 17 for double 8. Oh, well, he's gone 13s. And
39.
he misses 2 at the men's saw, the double 14, and it allows Rydz
Alan, you require
the
24.
chance to return to the board and take us all the way to a deciding leg.
Well, it's the sort of match that warrants perhaps a deciding leg. That's a long way inside double 12, so double 6 instead for Callan Rydz. That's not a million miles away. Double 3 he had problems with before, and he's having problems once again, and Schindler will return.
You require 28.
For the men's saw, double 14 has missed 2 opportunities already on double 14, but he does not miss a third.
Martin Schindler.
And Martin Schindler ensures it's a losing debut appearance on the European Tour for the Bedlington teenager Callan Rydz. I'm sure we'll see more of him again in the not-too-distant future, but for now it's the German who's smiling. He is through to the second round, where he will face Benito van der Pas tomorrow for a place in the last 16. For Callan Rydz, it's a lesson learned there, but no doubt a big, huge learning curve for him. On the way next, though, Dyson Parodi, second of the Gibraltarian players in action this afternoon, up against the Swede Magnus Karis.
Well, Martin, I know you haven't got a huge amount of experience, but still, I'm thinking you won this match because you got a little bit more experience than your opponent.
This could be, yeah. It's my 3rd time this year that I played on a European tour, so maybe kind of experience. I'm happy that I won now.
Obviously, of course. Next round, you're playing Benito van der Pas. I'm thinking you're going to have to play a little bit better than today.
Yeah, I really have to. I never played against Benito, and let's see what the game brings to me tomorrow.
Is it maybe easier to play Benito because you're not the favorite in that match?
Yeah, I get nothing to lose, really. I'm the underdog, so to say, and I give my best. I get nothing to lose.
All right, we're going to see him back tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, from Germany, Martin Schindler.